from my engineering background and the companies that I work with, where we make critical offshore stuff, you can't just wing it. There's very strict.
Yes.
But I do agree with you. It's the ownership and the engagement. Say, actually, look, this is the program, this is a project. How do you think we should do it? I'm really kind of
Hmm.
engaging that early on. What's your view on if that can be taught or not? Because my big things, I was in Cubs and Scouts growing up, and from the age of 6, when I first joined Beavers, because my parents were involved with the leadership, so I was allowed to join early. But then you have sixes, seconders, and then what's it called? And basically, you're taught leadership to take your troop and do a first aid competition and do stuff. But the point is,
Hmm.
you kind of, I think certain people are good at leadership
Hmm.
and others less so. But I didn't know what your thoughts were on the topic. Is it from an early age, or is it something that you can teach?
Yeah, absolutely. And it's that old, are you born or are you made? Of course, I've got to say that you can be taught or enabled, because that's why I do what I do. I think there are some people that naturally show some kind of leadership
Hmm.
ability, whether that be leading from the front, whether that be engaging people and getting people to run with them behind something, behind the goal. So I think some people show those traits, but they don't necessarily know that they're leadership traits. We
Hmm.
just see them in people. But absolutely, you can teach them. I think the important thing is that there isn't a one size fits all. It's about understanding, to go back to your point, so important about authenticity, because some leaders are brilliant spokespeople. They're the front of the organization, they're charming, they're really good in front of camera. Others are very quiet behind the curtain, as I call it, and they're the ones that set the strategy and understand the big picture and how everything knits together. And then there are others that are actually brilliant at the people
Hmm.
side of things. And unless you know, number one, where your natural strengths are, um, and then number two, helping you to put those into practice, because it's not about being brilliant at everything or trying to be like another type of leader, but it's what are your strengths and where are maybe your blind spots, and how can you either find a workaround or how can you use that to the best of your ability, or maybe just shape that a little bit.
No, it's interesting. It's just because I'm a sports coach, and what I'd love is that you can be the most valuable player on the team, but you don't have to be the most skilled. But there's someone. It's
Hmm.
just it's hard. It's hard to articulate what it is. But I think leadership you can physically demonstrate just through hard work and encouraging others. I was just interested. I know there will be dictionary definitions about what it is,
Yeah,
but just I always
yeah.
like to relate it to other things, because for me, you don't have to. You also don't have to be the top to be a good
Hmm.
leader.
Hmm.
You could be a recent
Absolutely.
graduate and just show leadership and picking up litter and caring about what you do, which I think is
Hmm.
pretty cool.